Now that I'm on Godot, whatever his name is, I'm on. This is the last guy I'm doing. I did Chris, did Hugo. Going into the. I've been warned about this. The famous mountain path, a nightmare. See, this is how slow you move regularly. This is how people played it back in 2002. So, if you played the game like this, I applaud you because this would take an inhuman amount of patience. Like, these characters run around on the battlefield like, I don't know, man. It's like a fucking geriatric Olympics competition in here. This is just not acceptable. Look how slow this animation is. Like, what? Why are these really long pauses between all of the little motions? If you got a decent CPU, at least, this is how I play the game. And this makes it a little bit more bearable. It still feels really slow. This is at 250% speed. So, yeah, Queen is a cool character. I actually like pretty much all these guys. Isla's pretty cute. Let's hope that he doesn't hit and interrupt our guys out of their magic spells, because that is a new thing in this game, which I think is kind of cool, but you can't really control it. Because when you cast magic, you can't control what the partner does, so they'll just run up and then leave your mage open to attack. It's theoretically cool to add this kind of positional tactics element to Suikoden battle system, but the way they did it is just really boneheaded. See, it's weird because if you want to actually cast a spell and you want to get poison on people, you can't do both at the same time. They would have to be in different partner squads. So I'm not really sure why they would have it be that way. So we're spending some more time in the Great Mountain Pass, which I've heard you have to walk through at least as many times as Exen Forest, except it's 400 times as long. The battles are rigorous tactical challenges. No, that's sarcasm. I'm not being serious with that. As you could see, I just press one button and win automatically. Literally automatically, because it says auto. But hey, that's, par for the course. Most RPGs, because they are all made by truly monkey brain people. And you can't lose in any RPG, so it's not like this game is committing any special offense other than being excruciatingly slow. Just escape, because those guys' animations take too long. Do you think they would feel shame? Or would they get defensive and try to justify the cinematic quality of those laser eye beams? I don't know, man. I would like to think they'd see that player behavior and be like, you know what? I messed up. So this is a new village to me. That's cool, because I was getting really bored of the fucking Amur Plains and the Duck Village and the Brass Castle. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna take them all to hell. And hell does exist in Suikoden because the Soul Eater rune has a move that sends people to hell. So I guess I'm not literally sending them to hell, because you can actually do that in this world. Yeah, these AoEs are completely useless. Like, it would be cool if one of them was like a line or a wall, kind of. Like, it says blazing wall, but it's a circle. If I could hit these three guys in kind of a rectangular line formation, that would be really useful and maybe a bit fun to do, but no fun allowed. What is this? This takoyaki Japanese bullshit doesn't heal you at all. It's because Japanese people have such small servings, so it doesn't actually heal you very much. You need to eat more of it. Yeah, explain yourself, dirtbag. I feel like in this game people constantly say, "What did you say?" Or, "Do you have something to say to me?" It's like that anime thing that they're just overusing to a really comical extent. If Harmonia is so powerful, why do they need mercenaries to protect their southern border? Is that what they do? I don't really know what's happening in this game. Yeah, maybe you should have asked him that before you just fucking attacked him. There was another guy named Hikusek or something like that. which is weird. There's a lot of mysterious men going around. And there's another one, if you don't know, that Uber is the guy in the suit. This is a game of mystery men. Mystery as substitute for a compelling emotional plot. That's Suikoden 3. Yeah, you need that chain of command. Can't just have everybody doing whatever they feel like, or else you get your village burnt. Oh. See, this is kind of interesting because Jado is more on the bad guy's side, I guess. I really did not expect to see the Star Dragon sword show up just in a random village. That's a pretty weird, kind of out of nowhere. Something as significant to the series' history as that. Just hanging out. Veiled reference to Victor, a character who is way too good to be in this game. I feel like the dual quotes in this game are a lot weirder than the other games. Like, I fought that weird pedophile guy, and he would basically say the same thing every turn, but he would do different moves. And I don't know if that was just his trick, but it seems to be weird with pretty much every duel. Oh, I got him, okay. Well, I should probably put him in my party so I can at least have some shadow of Victor on my squad. Okay, oh, look at this anime cutie. Getting all up in my camera. Arabian Kennel. Hype. Like, okay. Let's check out this village. Probably the most fun actual gameplay thing in Suikoden is finding people to recruit, not only hunting them down, but accomplishing their little requests and things, or whatever it takes to recruit them. And this game is really lacking on the recruiting. I mean, most of it happened during Thomas Chapter 2. Yeah, Franz, if he attacks people on sight, he should probably not... I mean, with that kind of trigger discipline, he should probably not be in command of your military. So Harmonia is annexing parts of the grasslands. Which, you know, I don't really know anything about their culture or ideology or anything like that, so... maybe it's a good thing. Maybe if Harmonia took over the entire world, everything would be very harmonious. There's always some catch, like they're too tyrannical or something like that, or they curtail freedoms in some way. But you have all these things like Laconia and the Dominion from Deep Space Nine and stuff like that, where every time it turns out that they're actually just assholes, and so the protagonists are justified in opposing them. But I think it would be cool to see a story where the protagonists are not justified, and they just wanna keep their own sovereignty, even though it means there's a lot more discord and wars and killing and stuff like that. Just kick this guy off the cliff. Just do it Patches style. Kind of a terrible thing about this 3-party system is that it feels like the game has to start 3 different times and kind of get past the slow introductory parts and really get going. And as a result, it feels like you never really get a chance to determine your party, recruit people, kind of even do like character loadouts and setups with their skills and runes and stuff like that. You never really get a chance to kind of put together a party that you like. The gym teacher one, who is possibly the worst character in Suikoden history. And I'm not just saying that because he's like a kind of lame looking guy. I like that Suikoden has tons of different types of people. People that you wouldn't really expect. Like there was Barbara, the storage lady in Suikoden 2. I like her a lot because she's just like a nice person who's kind of caught up in this war. But someone like Kenji, oh my god. Because even the kind of schlubby characters in past games like Kryn or something, there was always something to like about them. Despite how kind of shady they were, or just completely unheroic, or even if it was just like some math teacher or elevator builder or something that joined you, there was always something kind of cool about them. Some little point of interest where you're like, yeah, I like that guy. And Kenji just does not hit that mark in any way. So we're doing the standard Suikoden 3 thing right now, where you just walk around inside of town maps looking for whatever the random plot trigger is. there's usually very little to no indication of what the trigger is going to be, so you just walk around to every square inch of the map. And then a short scene happens, and then you've got to walk onto every square inch of the map again to find the next plot trigger, and you just kind of repeat that until the game credits roll, and that's kind of been my experience with Suikoden 3 so far. Ace is pretty cool. I wish there was more character scenes that kind of gave these guys humanity. I like their designs and stuff. Ace seems like he could be a really cool character, but they just don't really get the spotlight in a way that really matters. They have a lot of scenes just bickering, and it doesn't really do much to characterize them. It's just like, yeah, okay, they're wacky anime characters, and you don't really get a sense of emotional verisimilitude from them. Cool, maybe we're gonna get some actual plot right now, because it's been pretty light on actual details so far. Basically, I've played this for like, I mean, the game timer would be like 30 hours, but since I'm playing at 3x speed, it's like a third of that. So it's like 30 hours into the game. Suikoden 1 and 2 would both be over by now, and I still don't know what the fuck is going on in the story. It's like, the Flame Champion invaded Harmonia? Dude, this guy is unstoppable. Yeah, it's kind of, I mean, they've been talking about the Flame Champion in this game for 30 hours over like a whole bunch of different chapters, different characters, and I still don't really know anything about him, so it's like hard to really care. I mean, if you have a mystery that you want to extend for dozens and dozens of hours of screen time, you have to kind of drip feed more and more intriguing little pieces about it, and they're not really doing that. All I know is that he's some guy, and he fought the bad guys, and they're now looking for him or anything to do with him. God, can you imagine just running across this world to get a water rune at normal speed? It's just preposterous. Like, I have to go across the entire mountain path and Plain Amur. Oh no, I actually can't get to the Duck Village. So the only place I can get a water rune is fucking over here, which means I have to run across 3 dungeons. It's just... I don't... Yeah, I mean, fuck it, dude. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna go in the dungeon with my medicines, and that's really disrespecting your player's time, and it's a cliche, but not respecting your audience's intelligence. That's kind of what they're doing, because if they think that that's a reasonable thing to ask of their players, then they think that their players are complete idiots. Which is really sad. Skill system in this game tends to create really random outcomes, because you have all of these different things that, like, percentage chance to block all damage, percentage chance to do triple damage, all these kind of things. They trivialize the impact of actual stats and decisions, because so many totally game-changing random procs are involved in the outcome of every turn. Sarah seems like she's kind of a good person. Like, she warned the Karaya tribe to, like, get out of there before they got torched. I'm not really sure what her deal is, but she, I mean, it's been stringing us along with this mystery of these guys for 30 hours of gameplay so far. I still know absolutely nothing about Sarah. It kind of doesn't work if you're asking the same kind of really basic, straightforward questions about the plot for such a prolonged period of time. Like, who's Sarah? Who's the Masked Man? Who's the Flame Champion? What's going on? Why are the tribes fighting? What's Harmonia doing? What's the guy in the business suit doing? It was time to start progressing those plot elements like 25 hours ago. Jax, you gotta pull it together, man. Did Naruto exist before 2002? I don't really know how old that series is. Maybe Naruto was stolen from the design of Jax. Oh wow, Queen's really into that. See, there we go. What'd you say? I know they pulled that "what'd you say" thing like a few times in the first 2 games, and it was usually pretty funny when they did it because it landed at just the right time, but in this, it's the only thing that they ever write. So again, you do a dungeon and you get to the end of it, and the conclusion or the outcome of doing that dungeon is, well, I guess we don't know anything more than we knew before, so we're just gonna drag out this plot again for another 10 hours. We'll see you at the next dungeon, where also no progress will be made in the plot. Thanks to the power of frame skip and the immense goodwill that Suikoden 2 generated, and me personally, I'm able to continue trudging through this absolute garbage. Who decided that Suikoden is a series that works well as kind of an endless mystery, like Lost TV show kind of thing? That's really never what was good about Suikoden. There's never any real mysteries. Yeah, we're always kind of on the periphery of things, like, okay, who's Pesmerga, who's Uber? There's kind of fun things for the fans to think about, but the actual plot was like stuff you can actually understand and emotionally invest in, like what's Joey doing, defecting to the other side? How are we gonna unite the different city-states? Someone just killed Annabelle. What a cool turn of events. Stuff that actually means something to you, and not like, oh, the Flame Champion is really mysterious. Aren't you still interested in this Flame Champion thing? 30 hours of gameplay later? Because we're still gonna not tell you anything. The Flame Champion, we're still looking for him. 700,000 hours of RPG later, still looking for the Flame Champion. So I wasn't actually reading that last part because I was bitching about the plot. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna look at the walkthrough. See where to go next. God damn it. This was one of those FAQs that's just way too fucking long. Like, they describe every single thing that happens in the game. Like, who wants that? Like, you can't even change your characters, right? Unless you walk all the way back to some sort of town. Like, if you talk to Sana at Shisei Village, you can change, but then you have to walk past the mountain pass again. So it's like you're disincentivized from doing any of the fun, like, RPG things, or the fun kind of signature Suikoden things, like actually using the 108 characters. Like, does that circle mean this is a rune shop? Or is that just a piece of design on the building? That seems like a big architectural faux pas. Okay, there is a rune shop. Great. I haven't even found a spear user, dude. Like, except for what was her name? The cute girl from the Lake Castle. Was her name Cecily or something? I can't even fucking remember, dude. The Pale Gate rune that I found is still on Chris. So, like, this entire time, I haven't been able to use it because her chapters just ended. So, like, this game better come together, like, fucking beautifully in Chapter 4, because holy shit, dude. And hopefully Ace just doesn't run directly into the nuclear explosion. Oh, yep. Oh, there they go. Yeah, most of the good armor you get is off of these secret bosses, which I think that's kind of cool. It's certainly more exciting and requires more proactivity from the player than just buying them in a store. Also, funds are surprisingly short in this game because the items are very expensive. Which is good because it incentivizes actually using the trading system, which for the first time in any Suikoden game I have actually traded goods and brought crystal balls to the duck village. Ducks love crystal balls. It's kind of funny how the Suikoden developers never really got a handle on how to make RPG dungeons. They've always been kind of straight lines, like in a cave or a forest. You just kind of run through it, which is okay because dungeons are not really what I'm looking for in Suikoden. It's just that it's a fortunate thing for the game, but it's the result of ineptitude, I think. I'll check out this path. Probably just gonna be some fucking herbs or something useless like that. Also designed to completely waste your time. Recipe number 7. Okay, you know what? I'll take it. I take it back. That's gonna be key. Yeah, you should probably tell the player what's going on too, because my patience is wearing real thin. Okay, the Flame Champion. Why would the Dunan Republic have every true rune? people mostly only knew about the Bright Shield rune because it's like a famous thing that Genkaku had. And maybe the Beast rune because it ate everybody in Muse. But I wonder what happened to the Beast rune, dude. Like, did it like rematerialize somewhere else in the world and someone's gonna go nuts with it again someday? Oh wow, he was actually... Did he know him? Ooh, there's a plot twist. Finally, some real momentum in this story. Oh, we're back at the Brass Castle. Oh, she's wearing like modern soccer mom clothes. She's gonna go for a run out of the park. Oh, Queen's into it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Queen likes chicks. I don't know. I don't need your primitive Western European forging techniques. I get forged by the Arabian sword lords, the desert shamshirs. Wait, what are we doing here? I don't... God. This game just, wears you down, man. He's one of those rogues. Hits you with 1,000 blows. You try the education center. What did you say to me? I forget how you say that in Japanese. It's like nani to you. Do those exaggerated Japanese voice actor things that are really rampant today and make every fucking anime script sound like a stupid cartoon. Get him some baseline armor protect and then pump his oh no, I fucked it up. Yeah, good job. You push that weight around, my friend. Gotta get what you can take in this cruel world. Actually, Suikoden's not that cruel of a world. I like it a lot better than one of those comically pessimistic worlds like the Game of Thrones, where you just get murdered for absolutely no reason. They didn't even want to take anything from you. They just love to murder. It's good storytelling. That is really weird, her wearing these clothes from like Kmart. She's getting culturally appropriated before our very eyes. Whoa, Jax has got some... He really is Naruto. Yeah, if you murder them back, then it'll be good. These Grasslands people, they're on a hair trigger, dude. Like, they aren't really capable of thinking at all. It's just attack on sight. There's no attempts at subterfuge or planning or anything like that. They just gotta take out that sword and go to town. Kinda hard to sympathize with a group when they're consistently demonstrated as being extremely dumb, but you know, kind of a racist characterization of indigenous peoples. I like that bridge song. I think that's the first song from Suikoden I ever heard, or Suikoden 3. I downloaded it on Kazaa. It's called Bridgetown, and it was like a little bit of a fugue. I was studying a lot of Bach at the time, so I thought that was cool. Even though it's not as good as Bach, but you know, you take what you can get in a post-Higashino world. Miki Higashino, hero of our times. Well, I guess fallen hero, because she abandoned us to go and do whatever. She's like the flame champion, actually. Her and Miyako Kobayashi, they could be bringing great light into the world, but they've left us in darkness.